Good morning, guys. Later this afternoon we're going to visit Amiable Acres again for some pastured poultry, but first let's talk about some mobile shelters. We're in the sheep corral right now, and as you guys can probably tell, this area needs some rest. The sheep have done a really good job of wearing a path right through here, and there are a lot of droppings in here. In order for me to close off the corral though, whoa. In order for me to close this area off and let it rest, I'm gonna need to have a shelter and water out in the laneway area for the sheep. I don't want to break down the little shelter in the corral though and move it out. I want to keep this corral intact the way it is right now in the event that I need to move the sheep in there for any reason. Having the corral with the cattle panel fencing has come in handy on a couple occasions. There was that time the Energizer died and I had to ship it back and get a new one, so I was without an Energizer for a few days. I had to keep the boys in the corral because the electric fencing was not working. What I want to do is build another shelter for them right here at the top of the laneway, and then I can close it off behind there. Then I can let all that area back there, including the corral, get the rest that it needs. Good morning, little buddy.
Good morning.
I was about to give the sheep some hay. Do you want to come with me?
I was going to come out here to back the sheep. Can I help you with your morning chores?
Sure, little buddy. You want to get some hay with me?
No, I'll be in here.
You want to wait in here while I get the hay?
Sure.
Okay.
Daddy,
So the question then becomes, what type of shelter should I build? I'm looking for the following features in a shelter. There you go, guys.
Are you coming over here?
Yeah, I will. It needs to be mobile. I've been researching some designs online, and everything I've seen that's mobile is on skids and is designed to be pulled with a tractor and ATV. I don't have any of that equipment, so I gotta figure out a way to make it mobile without that.
So soft. Hey, don't the path deflate?
Number two, I also need it to be less temporary than draping a tarp over a cattle panel. I need it to be a little bit more substantial, something that can take a snow load. We can get some serious winters here where we are, so I want this to be something I can use next year if we have breeding stock that we can use for overwintering. And that takes us into number three, which is more of a, it would be really nice if I could do this, but not necessarily a requirement. And that would be if I can make it dual purpose. I'd really like to be able to make this shelter something I can use to put over the chickens for the winter. We're still weighing out our options for sheltering the chickens over winter. And this shelter we're talking about building may or may not work for this application. It just depends on what chicken shelter we go with. If we wind up using the tractor for the chicken shelter over winter, I would definitely want to put the tractor under this other shelter we're talking about building. One of our viewers, Bobby from Louisiana, sent me some really cool designs the other day for building a greenhouse that we might be able to use as a chicken shelter over winter. We may have to make some modifications to it for snow load, but it's something we're definitely considering. So thanks a lot, Bobby, for sending those designs. Little buddy and I are taking a walk. Where are we going?
To the mailbox.
To the mailbox. We actually have to take a walk to get to the mailbox. It's a nice walk.
Then we go back home, that way.
Yeah.
I can see the house from here.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Daddy, we can race.
You want to race?
Yes.
Okay. What do you get if you win?
Well, a piston cup.
What do I get if I win?
A trophy.
Okay. On your mark, get set, go!
I won.
Oh, you win. You get the piston cup.
Yeah. But why do we need to put it in there?
Because we got to mail it. All right, little buddy, you ready to go? Get that. There you go. All right, let's go. Rob and Molly, my favorite chicken processing family. How are you guys doing?
All right.
I just put a video out on YouTube discussing preparing children for livestock, and specifically what we were doing at our home to do that, to ready little Buddy for the slaughter of our lambs. And you guys have been doing this for a long time as part of your lifestyle, so I was wondering if you can kind of share your insight into that topic.
Death is a part of life. You can't eat meat without death happening. And it seems like the younger children, if they see it happen, it just becomes part of life, what happens. If you isolate them from it, then that's where the shock factor comes in, the longer a person's isolated from it. We've just told them, this animal is going to have good meat. Here's where this cut is, here's where that cut is, the tenderloin or the ham or the roast.
What ages were your children their first time seeing a slaughter?
Walking.
Okay.
We also, when the lambs are born, we say, that's a boy, that one's gonna go for meat, that's a ewe, she's gonna go for breeding.
And they get to watch the birthing of the lambs too.
And like our pigs, when we got our pigs, we said, we're gonna eat these pigs and they're so yummy. And so after we butchered them, then Annie says, I love pig meat because pigs are pink and pink is my favorite color.
So you guys are setting that expectation right up front, which animal is going to be for food and which animal is going to be breeding stock and thus around for a long time.
Right.
So when you set that expectation, they know going into it.
And our pets we always cried over, but you know, when you know it's for eating to start with, then it's not as bad.
It's not like you belittle death or look down, you make it so that it's nothing, but that there's a purpose for it.
Yeah, we don't
That
just
helps.
kill things just to kill them. We say, if you're going to kill that, you have to eat it because you don't want to waste it. Don't kill for no reason.
Back from Rob and Molly's at Amiable Acres. We had a great time there. Little Buddy had a blast playing with Rob and Molly's daughters. Stocked up on chicken, tomatillos, poblanos, and we even got some shoots from a willow tree that we're gonna try and root and plant here. An unexpected opportunity presented itself while we were there. Little Buddy noticed all the feathers from the feather plucker that were on the ground. So seeing the feathers, he was curious what that was about. I explained to him that the chickens were being killed for their meat, and he asked, where are the chickens? So I pointed over to the killing cone and said, they're over that way. Do you want to see them? And he excitedly said yes. So I took him over to see the killing cone, and he watched the processing. He saw the slaughter, the bleed out, processing. I think what helped a lot is that Rob and Molly's oldest daughter was there talking him through it, explaining to him the process, and I think he was pretty fascinated by it all, actually. Killing a chicken is one thing, killing a sheep is another, but I really think this will help lay the groundwork for him understanding